4 deaths have now been confirmed following a hailstorm that caused extensive damage in parts of Mpumalanga. Schools, clinics and community halls have been damaged by the storms, which started at the weekend. Newzroom Afrika's Mweli Masilela is in Bushbuckridge and joins us now live. Mweli, any update from the authorities?
Vuyo, I think what I can tell you now is that the government of Mpumalanga has realized that the problem on the ground is actually huge or bigger than what they've thought initially. Remember, yesterday it was only a talk about the Nkomazi area, but when you come here to Bushbuckridge, you are now in Shimongwe, one of the affected villages. In fact, we visited quite a number of villages, which include Role and Agincourt, and you can see the devastation on the ground. And what we know at the present moment, I spoke to a representatives of Gift of the Givers. He's saying that there is 2,000 people or households that will need urgent help looking into what has happened on the ground. Of course, they don't have enough to provide, but of course, there is an expectation that other good Samaritans will come to the rescue of those families. But also, we've just seen a statement coming from the Premier's office here in Mpumalanga. Mandla Ndlovu has convened those affected municipalities, the leaders from there, which is Bushbuckridge, Nkomazi, as well as the Mbombela municipality, to try and discuss with officials there as to what must be done at the present moment. So the help that many people need on the ground, is to have their shelter, especially the roofing, repaired after that damage. Most of the people also, they don't have food as the rains affected them in those different households. But also looking on the side of the Department of Education, the latest report that they released shows that it's more than 50 schools, including 20 secondary schools there. But let's take a listen to the MEC for Cooperative Governance here in the province, Speedy Mashilo, in terms of what he had to say about this development in the province.
3 municipalities here in the Ehlanzeni district are affected: Nkomazi, Mbombela, as well as Bushbuckridge. The mostly affected municipality is Bushbuckridge. Over 500 houses so far that we have counted. Our team are still on the ground so that they can make sure that we don't leave anyone behind. In this case, we had almost 4 facilities, which is quite regrettable. As department, we are intervening in all cost insofar as putting the tabolis for those houses that their roof has been removed or blown off, as well as the food parcels, so that those families, they can have something to eat. This is what we are going to do. That we are going to work flatly with the municipalities, the district municipalities, as well as the Gift of the Givers, which we are quite happy they are here as well, so that at the end of the day we can help these destitute families as the government of Mpumalanga.
So we are the MEC for Cooperative Governance. They're actually confirming the number of people who have passed on. We made a turn to 2 of the 4 families that were affected, who lost their loved ones. One of those families, it's a 52-year-old man that lost his life, and the family members there told us that a corrugated iron sheet that was blown away from a nearby school hit him as he was rushing home, as that hailstorm wreaked havoc in that particular area. And the other family, they told us that it's a 28-year-old lady that actually passed on. She was taken to hospital after she was also hit by a corrugated iron sheet that actually hit her also when she was on her way home. So those are the 2 families that we visited. But when you look at the stories, almost everyone was actually killed while on his or her way home. So that's the present situation on the ground. And another thing, Vuyo, many people here in these villages have been without electricity since the storm hit their different communities on Sunday, and they still work underway with people trying to fix the problem at the present moment. And that situation has made it very difficult for people to communicate. That is why it has taken so long for many of the areas to be assessed in terms of the extent of the damage for you.
Of course, the two families that Mweli visited are families of 2 of the 4 people who have died in the storms that have left Mpumalanga this weekend. Mweli, of course, also updating us on the fact that the provincial government is now coordinating the rescue and rebuilding efforts, and the fact that the devastation is, in fact, worse than was initially thought. We'll bring you more updates as, of course, the day progresses.